Welcome back, pack members and new visitors. If you're new here, this is Sandy's Pack. I'm Luge, and this is Wilson. A little bit of bribery there. Now, today we're doing a week into the Doggy Daily. Can you believe that we're already at day 6 on the Doggy Daily? The time's gone so fast. But today I'm going to start with the premise that people who see the value and beauty in dog companionship are my kind of people. You might be thinking, what am I going on about? But it is relevant, and we'll dive into that a little bit further on in the video, and you'll see exactly why I'm saying that and the meaning behind it. So let's go. Now, I wasn't quite clear on that before, but after talking with them and reading up, I finally made sense of it. It's 3 teaspoons a day, not a meal. And we're up to 2 teaspoons a day already. And he's absolutely fine with the taste. In the last video, which nobody watched, in the last video he didn't seem keen on it, but it wasn't actually the Doggy Daily, it was the food that I was giving him. It was a bit old, and he wasn't keen on it. And the way I could tell is that because Nala was staying here, she'd stopped touching it at the same time as well. She just didn't want a bar of it. So that's good. We're up to 2 teaspoons. I'm spreading it out over 2 meals. So he's getting 1 teaspoon at breakfast and 1 teaspoon at dinner. And the results have been pretty interesting. If we take a closer look, you can see there's almost no redness there at all. If we chuck the flash on, you can see there is some redness there around here and around here. But normally this is really quite angry looking, and he's just constantly scratching. It must be so tiring for the poor little guy. And to put that in perspective, this is 3 days on about half a teaspoon a time, which is that they recommend 3 teaspoons per serving. So it's not even anywhere close to what he should be getting, and it's a lot better than it has been. So that's a very good sign, but I'm just thrilled that he's not scratching. Very, very good news, very exciting, and it's definitely working, I would say. I'll give it a few more days, and we'll see how it's looking then, because he came off steroids last week. So that should be more than enough time for the steroids to get out of his system, but we'll give it a few more days just to be empirical about the whole thing. But yeah, it's looking very, very promising. As you can see from that video, there's some real results happening even on day 3. He'd been off the steroids. I mean, I covered this all in the video that I just put in there, but in 3 days, he'd been off the steroids for about a week, and that's more than enough time for them to leave his system. And normally, once he's off the steroids, once he's off the steroids, his skin just comes back with a vengeance. And it hasn't. He is scritching a bit, but certainly about 25% of what he normally does. So I would call that a result. I've made notes so I don't get lost. Just give me a second. In the end, what I did was I got a better quality dog roll. It's called Chunky, and it's really solid and meaty. It's really, really good quality stuff, and he loves it. It's funny because he'll eat about 80% of it and leave a bit because he's full, which I've never seen before. It's pretty amazing. But I ended up adding a little bit of water to it, and sort of, if you like, tossing it around in the water, then adding the Doggy Daily and sort of tossing that around so it actually sticks to the dog roll. Otherwise, you put it on, because this stuff's not really very wet at all. It's so dense. But you put it on and he'll eat it, but a lot of it will just crumble down to the bottom and gets left. And it's good to see he's got his cheeky little glint back in his eyes, and he's quite upbeat generally. Aren't you, Wills? Come on, dude. Come on, say hi to everyone. You don't want to. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're running away, you little so-and-so. Yeah, interestingly, his paw swelling from when it blew up last week, it's down. He had almost like a boil on the top. That's gone. The underneath, the raw the raw wound underneath is looking really healthy. It's not weeping. It's looking good. I'm not claiming by any means of the imagination that the Doggy Daily's doing that, but it's interesting because, to be honest, he's been on antibiotics for 4 days. But in context of that, he's had antibiotics so many times in the past. He's had just about every kind of antibiotic they can throw at him, and it just hasn't really made any difference. But this time his paw's actually looking quite good. He was scheduled for amputation this week, which I'm not happy about. If that's the way forward for him, that's what we do. But I've had to put that off for a few weeks due to financial reasons. But we'll see how his paw's looking after that. After those 2 weeks, I'm not holding my breath, and to put it in perspective, Olive's Kitchen is certainly not making any claims that it would heal that, but it is interesting that it's looking really good now. On breakfast, yes they are. You had enough, dude. Okay, we'll save the rest for morning tea. So you can see from the video I just put up that, yeah, he's a lot more upbeat. He seems a lot more upbeat. Now, last video, I was actually quite vague. So I want to deep dive into Olive's Kitchen a bit more and what they're about. It's important. It's important to say that I have no affiliation with them or any sort of deals or anything like that. But it seems like a good product, so I really wanted to try it. And so far, I haven't been let down. Now, Olive's Kitchen, they're a New Zealand business. They're a mother and daughter company. They had a boxer, a white female boxer, who actually passed away from cancer, which sucks. But they got another white female boxer called Olive. That's where they got the name from, who developed a mast cell tumor. So that might have not been clear, a mast cell tumor. And they decided at that point that they didn't want to put her through all the other stuff that the last dog went through. So they developed this product to help with inflammation and general health and so on. So it's quite compelling motives. And that's why I say that's why I said what I said at the start, that people who love dogs as companions, that they're my kind of people, and they'll be doing things for the right sort of reasons. So yeah, they get a tick from me for that. Their communication has been really good. They've been prompt. They always reply. They've been friendly. It's not real formal. It's pretty laid back, and everything they've said has been helpful. From the dosage, which if I'd read the thing properly, that would have been there anyway. So they're patient enough to repeat all that to me. They've been very, very helpful. Introduction, dosage, and the reasons for that dosage, such as if you start feeding them all the whole lot at once, they can get an upset guts, which you don't want that. And they had a few tricks to try, which in the end I didn't need because he took to it fine. I'm just increasing the dosage now for his stomach's sake more than anything. But as far as the flavour goes, he's all good with it. Now that their ingredients, they are vet checked, so that they're absolutely sure that there's nothing in there that's harmful for dogs. So there's no onions or chocolate or grapes, and it's all natural stuff. It's made from plants, which is cool. Inflammation, I would say yes. It's definitely brought the inflammation down in his paw, and it's the one that gets a big tick from me is it's cruelty free and it's not genetically modified. It's non-toxic. It's good stuff. So yeah, it's going well. It's really going well. We'll see. I'll do another one in a week from now, and we'll see how everything's looking. But so far, it's looking very promising. Enjoy, guys. Oh, and yeah, while I remember, I'm gonna introduce right now. If you type the word affiliation into the comments, you go into the draw to win a pot of Doggy Daily. I'll send it to you wherever you are. Doesn't have to be in New Zealand. So yeah, it's a good little it's a good little development. I thought, you know, just to thank you guys for subscribing. So let's see how that goes. And yeah, don't forget to comment and maybe subscribe if you're new. That'd be really cool. Because if we get to 50, we can start doing live streams on various different things. So good stuff. Let's see how this one goes.